a lot of stuff. It's going to be difficult to get the suspect out of here for sure. And you see the spotlight still moving around as well from the rear entrance to the top of the building here, just to make sure this guy didn't try to get out any kind of fire escape, or maybe like a maintenance exit or something where someone might go to work on the air conditioning or on the top of the building or something like that. So they're going to have their work cut out for sure. And then you've got a lot of people inside. They're going to want those people to get out, but then they have to make sure that the suspect isn't one of the people exiting, if they're trying to get civilians out of there, Pat.
Yeah, we could write a movie, Desmond, because, in my mind, I'm thinking, I wonder if he thinks that he can just go somewhere to another department. I notice there's a Costco next door. He can maybe casually walk in and pick up some clothes to try them on and then come out with something different. You never know. I mean, what this person could be thinking, but they certainly weren't thinking very clearly to do what they have just done in terms of, pulling up on a sidewalk and stopping right in front of a store and jumping out the car. So there's something going on, obviously beyond a failure to yield, wouldn't you say? There's got to be some other reasons why you're going to just put yourself in jeopardy like this.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, because you went for, what could have potentially even just been a fix-it ticket or a fine or a citation to a felony. So why are you risking that? What else, are you hiding here? And I'm just thinking, Pat, that this was this guy's plan, and that's maybe why he was driving so slowly. He was maybe looking for a place to do something like this, and it maybe clicked in his head that, if he could get in and dart into a huge store quick enough before the cops could follow him in, yeah, maybe he's going to try to pull a switcheroo like that with his clothes or something, take something off the rack. It wouldn't be the first time that we've seen suspects before where they're wearing a hat and a sweater or something. They take the hat off, they take the sweater off, or even to change a shirt and then look casually coming out of the building. So
remember the one in Studio City?
It could be difficult for CHP.
Remember
that he was in a store, and then they tried to have him. They had all of the innocent people come out, and then he came out last, and he just tried to kind of blend in. But
casually.
LAPD had the description on him, and they were able to detain him, and they ended up getting him.
Well, it's interesting too, though. This looks really, as you say, this is a huge big box store there, and there's Costco. But look at it's 11 o'clock at night. I guess I'm a little surprised. I didn't know that. I guess this Walmart is open for. There's a McDonald's next door, especially during.
Just to the west of Beach Boulevard, so south of the 22, and they may have pulled him out. But if this is the person, I mean, look how far he got. If he maybe went through one of those emergency exits. When you have a lot of these big box stores that border each other, some of the emergency exits are kind of function like big hallways that funnel to the outside. So maybe he used one of those, ran down the hallway and got down to the side. But they are taking someone into custody right now, and so it looks like CHP and Garden Grove PD they may have finally got their man on this.
Is this like to the right of the screen there, Desmond? Yes, he's on the ground.
This was to the left. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
on my
right.
monitor,
We'll try to
it's
get in front of the signal right now. Yeah, gotcha. Yep, right in the center of the screen there, in between the two signals. They got someone down on their knees, and looks like they're putting him in handcuffs.
All right. Well, that was my next question anyway. I was going to ask you what was happening on the perimeter of this parking garage, but we can see there that they have someone in custody, and we're going to assume, Desmond, that this is the person that they were looking for. That's a lot of police cars.
I mean, it's got to be tough because that guy got out and ran so fast it would have been difficult for them to even, get a description. However, maybe they got, a really good description either from, some people who saw the guy fly right by him or from that passenger who was in the vehicle that we saw exit back in Anaheim, back on Beach Boulevard. And I guess, they had a good enough description to find this guy, or maybe, again, they probably found him in one of the emergency exits, I'm guessing, right over in this area, probably let out here, and got somebody out here in the parking lot kind of all alone, not around any vehicles, and they were able to put two and two together, and this person now in custody, it looks like.
And you mentioned Garden Grove police also were on hand to help out, especially during after they left the freeway after the 91 and he pulled into the shopping center. You pointed out that Garden Grove police were also on scene. So a number of officers assisting CHP in bringing this to an end, we believe.
Yeah, you know, the CHP obviously keeping all of the agencies apprised as they go along. When they were in Anaheim, you know, they were giving them the details, and then Garden Grove, and you know, then that's why the officers stand by just in case something like this happens when the suspect gets out in your jurisdiction and now, you know, goes and runs inside a Walmart. That now, you know, essentially becomes Garden Grove's at least partial responsibility to come in and secure the scene, and you know, another chase comes to an end, Pat.
Well, Desmond, you know, we're quite the pair, I must say. I'm joking, but you know what I'm trying to say.